Hey everybody, it's AJ from Disney Food Blog, and today we're here with the second part of our Disney Food Secrets video series. So let's jump into some Disney food secrets you need to know before you head to the world the next time. First up, I want to talk about fudge. Yeah, fudge and candy and things like that. If you go to the confectionery in the Magic Kingdom or other places that sell candy, these candy shops, you can usually find a special deal if you buy in bulk. So if you buy a certain number of pieces of fudge, they'll actually give you a discount on them, which is great. This also happens with chocolate-covered strawberries a lot of the time. So be sure to check out at these candy shops if you're able to purchase more for less. And fudge is a great one because it actually freezes really well. So if you're on your way home the next day or in the next couple of days, go ahead and buy a bunch of fudge, take it home, freeze it, and then you've got Disney fudge in your freezer that you can unfreeze when you need a little Disney fix. Another great food secret is to eat at lounges, and these are bars and lounges, of course. Most of the signature restaurants in Disney World have lounges next door to them, and they often serve the same exact menu that you can find in the signature restaurant. But the great tip here is that a lot of these restaurants will serve the same items a little bit cheaper, or at least you'll get to have the item without having an advanced dining reservation, and make sure you can go at a more convenient time for yourself. So eat at the lounges in Disney World. They're really cozy, really comfy places to go dine, and you have access to the full menu of the restaurant next door, which is really, really good. Another great tip is to remember that you don't have to pay for the souvenir cups if you don't want them. At this point, Disney is advertising a lot of their specialty drinks in souvenir cups, and they're not telling you in the signage that you don't actually have to get the souvenir cup. You can get the drink without the cup for much, much less money. So instead of paying $14 for a souvenir cup, you can pay $3.99 for the drink by itself if all you really want is the drink. So don't get conned into thinking you have to purchase the souvenir cup because that's all that's listed on the menu. You can definitely just get the drink and don't worry about paying for the cup. Okay, this is one of my favorites. We're going to talk about the glass slipper dessert. For those of you who are thinking about proposing in Walt Disney World, or who are just celebrating something like a honeymoon or an anniversary or even a birthday, the glass slipper dessert is available at many of the Magic Kingdom restaurants and several of the restaurants in the resorts around the Magic Kingdom. And this, of course, is a Cinderella slipper. It's usually white chocolate and filled with a chocolate mousse. And every once in a while, you can get it in a dark chocolate or a milk chocolate and filled with a white chocolate mousse. So this is a really fun slipper, a really fun dessert for a celebration. So if you're interested in the glass slipper dessert, just look up in the corner here, and we've got a blog post that tells you all the details about pricing, where you can get it, and what flavors you can get. Because this changes a little bit, so we wanted to put it in a blog post for you so we can keep it better updated. Okay, the next tip is to order kids' meals. So Disney food portions are giant, and if you have a big meal coming up later in the day, believe me, if you order a kids' meal, it's going to be plenty of food for you. And don't forget, these are going to be significantly less expensive than the adult meals are going to be. So that's a great tip. A lot of people go to Disney and really just live off of kids' meals, and believe it or not, they're not all just burgers and mac and cheese. There is the fair share of that, but there are some really unique kids' meals as well. Two of our favorites are over at Satuli Canteen over in Pandora in Animal Kingdom. The hot dog and the cheeseburger pods there are really, really excellent. The hot dog is wrapped in a croissant dough and it's awesome. Another little tip for kids' meals, remember that if you're on the Disney dining plan, they do not currently differentiate between adult and kids counter service meals. So if your kid on the opposite spectrum wants to eat more food, you can actually get them an adult counter service meal, and it will just take a counter service credit from their counter service allotment. Another fun tip is the Behind the Scenes tour. This is in Epcot at the Land Pavilion. It's been going on forever and it's so much fun, but it's incredibly cheap, and it's really something that should be on your list if you have time. So this is a Behind the Scenes tour. They take you all through the land greenhouses where they actually grow a lot of the food that is served in Epcot, and it's kind of fun to see how they grow the food hydroponically and all of the different technologies that they're using. And this one's really fun for kids too, because they get a hands-on look at kind of how that growing is done. So this one is $25 $10 per adult and $20 per child. Again, really cheap for what you get. And there's of course a 15% discount for annual pass holders, Disney Vacation Club members, and Disney Visa card holders. So this is a fun tour. If you have time in Epcot, this is something unique that probably none of your friends have done yet. Speaking of Epcot, we've got the Wine Walk, and this is another thing that's been around forever. Used to be a really, really great deal at $20 per person. Now they've upped it to $32, but you do get 2 recyclable wine glasses, aka disposable wine glasses, and you get 6 2-ounce pours, wine pours in Italy, Germany, and France. And once you start the Wine Walk, you can finish it whenever you want, as long as you kind of bring up the little voucher and show it to them, and they will check off. So you don't even have to do it all in one day. And this is something that isn't very well publicized. A lot of people don't know about this, but even though they've upped the price a little bit, it's still a fun activity and a decent deal in Epcot. And finally, we definitely want to tell you one of our favorite food secrets in Disney World, and that's to try the secret menus. We've talked about the nachos secret menu item over at Pecos Bill's in Magic Kingdom. We've talked about the All-Star Movies secret menu items, and we are guessing they're going to start introducing a few more secret menu items in Walt Disney World. And these are things that are not on the menu, but you can still order them. And they are a lot of fun. If you haven't watched our nachos video, definitely go check out our nachos video. It is so much fun how they've introduced that into Magic Kingdom. So there's a few more of our favorite Disney food secrets, and we can't wait to hear yours. So please let us know in the comments some of your favorite Disney food secrets, or even Disney tips, Disney food tips that you think that the rest of the viewers might want to read about. We have so many great viewers who leave us great comments and tips, and we can't wait to hear yours. For DFB, this is AJ, and we'll see you real soon.